Animal Crossing has always been one of my biggest comfort games since I was a kid. It's one of the few games I will always make a return to. In fact, I did not get a Switch until the announcement of Animal Crossing New Horizons. To no one's surprise. Although maybe I should have waited because right after I got my Switch, they announced the New Horizons Special Edition, so you know, good things really do come to those who wait. Nonetheless, Animal Crossing will always hold a special place in my heart. If I'm not playing Animal Crossing myself, I'm definitely consuming content about it. Now, I've been playing New Horizons since its release, and so I've had my ups and downs about the game, and I thought it would be fun to put together a video about the different players of Animal Crossing, but really it's just me in my different stages. This is directed to no one in particular except me. Anyways, what's up Cyberbuzz? It is Lil Lemdrop dropping in with another video. How are you? I hope you're doing well. If you're like me and the weather is getting hotter, do remember to stay hydrated. Now, this Animal Crossing player is me to a T. It is the one that constantly overpromises but never delivers. You keep saying things like, I'm almost done decorating my island, or I'll finish decorating my island one day, and that day never comes. You're very ambitious and there's a lot you want to tackle. For example, your debt to Tom Nook, completing every Nook milestone, catching every bug and fish from the Critterpedia. The list goes on and not a single one is done. Nobody knows when you'll get it together. You probably don't even know yourself, but that won't stop you from spouting blind optimism. There's 365 days in a year. Out of that 365, one of those days should be the day, right? On the other hand, this player is the exact opposite. The overachiever. Everything you wish to accomplish, they already have. This player is definitely the type to 100% every game they play. Debt to Tom Nook, paid. The museum, done. Island rating, 5 stars. Critterpedia, finished. They love the grind in video games, and as jealous as I am, I can respect that. And you know who else loves to grind? The workaholic. This player loves Happy Home Paradise. They log on to Animal Crossing just to go straight to work. But who can blame them? What is there not to love about Happy Home Paradise? The design mode of Happy Home Paradise is just smoother, and it makes you wonder, why can't putting down pats be this easy on my island? This player probably has some obsession with The Sims and other designing games, and Happy Home Paradise just hits right up their alley. Speaking of design, we have the interior designer. It's not that they hate decorating their island, but something about interior design just hits different. Or you're one of the interior designers who prefer a simple exterior and then a more detailed interior. The house can tell a lot about a person and you're certain to get that message across. You're also obsessed with partition walls and will never understand why they didn't allow us to hang furniture on it. Seriously though, why? Nonetheless, interior design is where this player's creativity shines. But if we're going to talk about the interior designer, we should also mention their counterpart, the exterior designer or landscaper. Designing your island brings you joy and you are obsessed with terraforming, while others may hate it because they're bad at it, ahem, like me. You're not afraid to experiment and take every advantage you can get from terraforming. The freedom to create your own cliffs and waterfalls is something that you've been wishing for, and it's not that the exterior designer hates house decorating. They're just not crazy about it or prefer to keep it simple, and that's okay. Your island is also loud. Your island is very loud. Constant waterfall sounds can be heard from all angles. Wherever you go, we just hear a waterfall. Your villagers' secrets are kept very safe because they are drowned out with the sounds of water. Our next player though couldn't care less about villagers' feelings, or at least a specific one. You have the hater. You know how everyone has that one villager that holds a special place in their heart? Well, we also have that one villager that just gets under our skin. And the hater makes it very clear that they want this villager out. It is ruining their gameplay, having to see their face. And the hater has tried many methods to get this villager to move out. They've tried hitting them with a net, fencing them in to isolate them, and the good old time travel trick. But every time they time travel, another villager asks to move out instead, but never the one they want. Luckily, this isn't The Sims, or lives would be at stake. Who knows, maybe the hater will one day change their mind. I used to have beef with my villager Lobo, and now he's one of my favorites. I also used to be very guilty of hitting my villagers with a net when I was a kid. But I have matured since then. I promise, I promise. Next we have the fashionista. Most of your storage is filled with clothes, and you probably have duplicates because you weren't sure if you had this outfit already or not. You also love to dress up your villagers and buy outfits for them. If you have Marshall or Raymond on your island, you probably put them in a maid dress. Let's be honest, I remember I visited my sister's island one time in Animal Crossing and she had recently moved in Marshall. Guess what he was wearing? The maid dress. He looks good in it though. I wish I had the confidence to pull off any style like the way my villagers do. Anyways, the fashionista is constantly changing their outfits. They decide what their fit is going to be for the day every time they log into Animal Crossing. They also have outfits saved onto the magic wand for a quick change. The reminiscent player is constantly in their head about the past, about the earlier days in Animal Crossing. Remember when we used to have Grace furniture in Animal Crossing? Remember when Celeste used to be a part of the museum? Remember when our tools wouldn't break? In fact, remember when Go tools actually meant something? By the way, Go tools can break in Animal Crossing. While they last longer, they still break, which I feel like hinders the need to want to use Go tools. Regardless, the list can go on. All of us old-timers playing Animal Crossing are constantly reminded of all we had taken away. Carnations, perfect fruit, and more. You see, Animal Crossing likes to do this thing where if you really love something, it won't return. Making constellations with Celeste and City Folk never returned. I don't know why, that was one of my favorite things about City Folk. Tortimer's Island from New Leaf never returned. Crazy, right? Washing Gracie's car never returned. But to be fair, I'm probably the only one who misses that. I am that whipped for Gracie. You guys don't understand how sad I am and distraught that Grace furniture never returned. I wanted that princess furniture set so bad. Better days, better days. Think of better days. Anyways, I guess Animal Crossing really stands by the message, if you really love something, you gotta let it go. Tomodachi Life fans understand the pain. And that's probably why my villagers beg me every other week to let them move out. But hey, not all change is bad. Like, does anyone actually miss Mr. Resetti yelling at you for not saving? While some change is good, some players cannot get past it. As a result, we have the critic. You love Animal Crossing, but not New Horizons. Now, some people think New Horizons is the worst Animal Crossing game. Personally, I don't think it is, but I have met many people who just couldn't get into New Horizons like they did with other Animal Crossing games. For example, their favorite was New Leaf instead, and that's perfectly valid. New Leaf is also a really great Animal Crossing game, and that's perfectly fine. Everyone is allowed to have different feelings about a game. Anyways, this player feels like New Horizons was very incomplete and some aspects have lost their charm. And I do agree with some of the points the critic makes. For instance, the dialogue for talking to villagers in New Horizons feels very watered down compared to prior games. The villagers used to have more of an attitude. I used to have an arch nemesis in Animal Crossing when I was younger. I had several, actually. Maybe I was the problem. And sometimes I miss having beef with my villagers. You know that scene in Parks and Rec where Ron Swanson asks who broke the coffee machine? And it turns out it was Ron who did it. He just wanted everyone to get into a fight because things were starting to get too chummy around here. That's how I feel some days when I log into Animal Crossing. Yeah, maybe I'm the problem after all. Anyways, the critic will always have a love-hate relationship with New Horizons. We may not have the ability to go back in time in real life, but at least in Animal Crossing we do. Next we have the Time Traveler. There's various reasons why this player time travels and all for a valid one. Maybe they're trying to kick a villager out or they miss an event. I tend to time travel a lot in Animal Crossing because I want to order a ton of catalog items and I'm too impatient to take it day by day. They should have raised the limit. Nonetheless, the Time Traveler is a very chill person. This player though opposes time travel. They are the organic player. They play Animal Crossing in what they believe is the intended way, taking things day by day at a slower pace and without time travel. For example, they don't need to have their debt paid off to Tom Nook immediately. They don't need to have their Critterpedia done. Or maybe that's just coping hard. Maybe the organic player is just coping. I'm kidding, it's me that's the coping player. I don't have my Critterpedia done. I am the one that's coping. When New Horizons first came out, there was actually a debate in the community about whether or not players should time travel. Those who played organically often said time travel just makes players more burnt out. In my personal opinion, there's no correct way to play Animal Crossing. Play to how you enjoy it. I respect both sides. Anyways, the organic player also opts out on using treasure islands. While you're waiting to get into a treasure island, the organic player is 3 steps ahead of you and using that time to save up bells and earn Nook Miles for whatever they need. Now, these are just some of the different types of Animal Crossing players that have been on my mind. There's still a ton more I haven't listed, and it's not like there's only one way of playing Animal Crossing. Maybe you're a mix of what's listed and not just one. If you're interested in a part 2, let me know, and thank you so much for watching. This is Little Lemon Drop dropping out. See ya! Bye bye!